So this is my final one for now. Basically, I saw that you were talking about maybe though we should only queue at the end if we don't get to an end response of it working with the ERP. Yeah, I think I'm not sure about. Obviously, you could receive it in and just queue it. The other thing is you could actually get clever and actually have different functions that are to do with the web side of it and with the ERP side. So, for example, you could stick a web register on here and a web or an ERP register, and you could then do a callback. You could basically send another request back once you've queued it, call back into the API with something that's going to dequeue it from the queue and send it to the ERP. That's another way of doing it, so that basically a function will actually do something with the data and queue it, and then you could then make a self-referential request to then, so once you've sent that request, you then send the 200 back to the client, or we just do it all in the one function. So right at the very end, we would do the queuing. Like I say, I'm not 100% sure on the error management here. We obviously need to get smart, because if something goes wrong partway through this, we need to be able to ensure we can replay the transaction through the middleware. But basically, that's something that we'll need to talk about. I think the other thing is that the reporting side of it as well, we need a reporting module here so that we can report what's been done. That's a separate reporting, that's separate to Logger. I mean, we could build it into Logger, but I think we should have a separate reporting that's going to write to a reporting table or reporting function. So I hope I've not too overcomplicated it. The idea is that basically the functions, I just wanted them to be really small, and like we don't have to put in calls to all these other stuff. I just want it to receive some data and do something, and that allows us to quickly build up this function list without having too much stuff in it. And again, all the validation and verification is done in the router module prior to calling this stuff. Jasmine, I'm just doing a video. I'm just doing a video, Jasmine. So basically, this needs to we need to have a chat about this and see where we go with it. Hopefully, you kind of agree with it and you're happy with it, because then all we're going to do is build out these functions in the functions, and yeah, like I said, I didn't know whether we could get smart and actually have because we could in theory work out, we could put a parameter on the URL called web, and then we could say, web register or ERP register, but I don't know whether you want to do that or if that's overcomplicating it. And I don't want to move away too much from what you've done, because you've obviously got something in your mind how it's all going to work. But all I've done is kind of hopefully dealing with the exceptions management with the database and stuff like that. Okay, well, cheers.